Hello. For my presentation, I'll be talking about technology in early childhood education. Technology is an integral part of our everyday lives. With a new technologically advanced era brings a new generation of children who have not known life without iPads, computers, and the internet. This generation of children have been dubbed the digital generation. To give you an idea of technology use, the Australian Bureau of Statistics said in 2009, 91% of children had access to a computer at home and 86% had internet access. 1 out of 6 of these children had a computer in their bedroom. 77% of young children under the age of 8 use the internet to play games online. In 2009, 86% of children regularly watch television, with 36% of them watching over 20 hours a week. Technology has now been incorporated into early childhood education. However, there are mixed feelings in regards to the effects it has on children. Karen Kearns states that technology is a great learning tool for children in the early years. This can be in the form of educational videos, interactive puzzles, problem-solving games, and general technology use. There can be detrimental effects of technology use on young children. The first is the physical effects that most people are already aware of. Excess technology use can lead to childhood obesity if the children are not participating in regular physical activity. The second physical effect of excess technology use can have is on children's eyesight. This is from focusing on a screen for hours, causing stress to the eyes. The second type of negative effect that technology can have on children is on their mental development. It is widely believed that children's attention span is significantly affected by technology. Fleer states that this is because technology does not foster open-ended imaginative play, therefore children are bored easily and move on to the next game or activity. Technology can also have an impact on a child's social development skills if they are using it excessively. Karen Kearns says that this is because most technological activities are solitary. Technology can also cause emotional issues for children. Winus describes this as being a serious issue as children are constantly being exposed to adult content such as sex, violence, and drugs. He describes this process of children always being exposed to adult content as the loss of children's innocence. Currently in Australia, the Early Years Learning Framework is a framework designed for children in the early years education. There is only one learning outcome, which is number 4, that addresses technology. Children resource their own learning through connecting with people, place, technologies, and natural and processed materials. And under this, it says to explore the purpose and functions of a range of tools, media, sounds, and graphics, experiment with different technologies, and use information and communication technologies to investigate a problem and solve. The National Quality Framework was introduced by the Australian Government to improve education for the early years. The National Quality Framework is an act. The regulation that follows this act is the National Quality Standards. When searching in the 7 quality areas of the National Quality Standards, I did not find any part of it that addressed technology. A previous approach to technology does not exist. As technology is ever evolving and still quite new to education, there are no previous policies, and only in recent years are approaches beginning to emerge. Many of these new approaches recognize that children are using technology to excess, and it is having a detrimental effect on children's health and well-being. Winus states that adults need to be more aware of all the dimensions of risk associated with technology use. So, what is the issue with these policies? Technology has a huge impact on our everyday life, both positive and negative, yet the Australian government's early childhood education policy does not address the negative elements of technology use. The Early Years Learning Framework incorporates technology as a learning tool, but does not mention how to ensure children are being educated on a safe and healthy ways to use technology. The National Quality Standards does not address technology at all. There are also a couple of ethical issues involved in technology in early childhood. Winus says that parents and educators use technology as an electronic babysitter. Therefore, children aren't getting proper social interaction with adults that they need to develop their social skills. Children are being exposed to adult content through the internet and the media. If children are not educated about the detrimental effects technology can have, they will not be prepared, and it will set them up for poor habits later in life. James and James also bring up the ethical issue that children are seen as consumers. So children are being targeted by media as consumers. So how to resolve this issue and a policy change? The United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child recognizes children as active citizens and democratic participants. It is important for the growth and development of children to be considered as individual, autonomous people. The education policy surrounding technology should reflect this. The new changes to the policy should be based around the belief that children have the right to use technology freely, but they should be educated on the potential risks of technology. Children should also be educated on how to use technology safely and in moderation to maintain a healthy lifestyle. The National Quality Standards should be redeveloped to include a section about technology. An example of this could be adding it to Element 1.7. Safe and healthy technology practices are incorporated into the curriculum. Something like this would benefit the children because then they would be taught how to appropriately use technology, and if they're not using it properly, the effects that it could have on them. The Early Years Learning Framework should also be updated to acknowledge the importance of education on the safe and moderate technology usage, rather than only focusing on the positives of technology as a tool for learning. These changes would relate to ethical practices as a teacher, as it would benefit the children's health and safety and be for the greater good. Thank you for watching.